Let me shift gears a little bit. Also continuing in the strategic plan, there are at least two pretty prominent capital needs, infrastructure needs to put it that way. One for a new admissions center and another involving the science facilities here.
Yeah.
Talk about both of those, what you envision and why those facilities are important to the board.
Sure. I mean, the first thing I'd say is that a strategic plan is not a list of capital projects, and you know, the strategic plan, which I hope everyone will take the time to read, it begins with our mission statement, because everything that we do should be laser focused on advancing our mission, and then it gives an account of the things that make W&L a truly special and distinctive place, and then eventually it talks about some of the facilities needs that we have in order to serve the people and the programs that are the core of the institution. So it's important to keep that in mind. And the last strategic plan and capital campaign invested a lot in this campus and made wonderful improvements. So the whole colonnade has been restored. The Ruscio Center for Global Learning has opened. The natatorium has opened. We're currently redoing indoor athletics, which will be complete in another year and a half. In this next strategic,
You're never done.
You're never done. You're never done. It's like, you know, it's like owning an old house, right? And our house is 270 years old, and it encompasses hundreds of acres, and you know, there's always something that needs work. That's right. And the Science Center hasn't been touched in about 30 years. We have many more students interested in science now than we did a couple of generations ago. The way that science is taught here involves our students being in laboratories with their faculty members doing hands-on science in a way that really prepares them to go on to be scientists themselves, or to be doctors themselves, or simply to be good thinkers. And we need to provide the facilities in which they can do that work, you know, at the highest possible quality. So investing in our Science Center, expanding it and upgrading it is probably the most significant capital project in the plan. Admissions and financial aid. An admissions and financial aid center really ought to be the front door of your campus. It's the first place that visitors who might have an interest in your school come. You want the admissions part of it to really present in a compelling way all that we have to offer. Then when those young people get excited about coming here, they immediately have questions about how am I going to pay for it, and you'd like them to be able right there to get them answered by your financial aid people.
Right.
Under
one roof.
Under one roof. At the moment, our admissions and financial aid offices are in two separate old single-family houses that are basically on the border of VMI. They're difficult to find. They aren't good office space. They don't make the kind of first impression for visitors that we would like to make. So it's important to change that.
Good. I think that the Third Year Housing Village had opened just before you arrived.
Right. That's right.
You've been up there. You've certainly had a chance to talk with students about it. It was, shall we say, somewhat controversial before it was launched. What's your sense of that facility now, and particularly what do the students think of it? Yeah,
the students that I have talked to essentially universally think it's a home run. I mean, which doesn't surprise me. It's physically beautiful housing. It's in a great location. It's right above Wilson Field, central to all of our outdoor athletics facilities, so students can and do hang out on their balconies and cheer for their friends who are playing football or lacrosse or field hockey. But I think the most important thing is that it brings them back together as a community, which is a lot of fun. So, you know, first year here, the class is all together in Graham Lee's and Gaines. Sophomore year, 75% of our students are participating in Greek life, and most of those students are living in their fraternity or sorority houses, and their fraternities and their sororities are, you know, on separate sides of campus. So junior year, it's really a lot of fun for the class to be back together. The men and women are back together. The Greeks and independents are back together. Students who are in different Greek houses are together again. And so I think the students just think it's a blast. And from my perspective, we bring 460 wonderfully talented, energetic young people here to our campus every year, and the more time that they can spend together, the better.
Okay. Any current plans to add senior housing for fourth-year students?
Do not have those plans. That is the inevitable next question. I get that question a lot.
Right.
And I do not anticipate requiring fourth-year housing. There's a long tradition at WNL of students living off campus and enjoying that, and I understand the appeal of that. So what we do want to do is pay attention to student interest and demand, and if there are seniors who want to live on campus, we want to have good options for them, and so we will make sure that we have enough housing supply for the students who want to live on campus, but students who want to live in the county and fly fish on Buffalo Creek, I'm
Can't
all
blame
for
them,
that
can you?
too. That's right.